here with the Tone Aura, and this is my wife.
Hi. Oh, I was
supposed to
say Alexis.
A few days ago on my Instagram, I asked you all to ask us some questions that we can answer to do this Q&A for you all. We have a lot of questions concerning the house, but we also have a lot of questions concerning like just us in general, our married life, all that type of stuff. So before we do the house questions, we're just going to do the questions about us first and then get into the house. So if you're here for the house video, you have to keep on watching to get all of that.
If you hear disclaimer,
I was about to say that.
Miss Mama in the background, we took our toys because they squeak a lot, so we didn't want that in the video, but you might hear some whining.
Yeah, so we took away the toys so you can hear her squeaking. Now you're gonna hear her crying. So, and she got her toys that don't squeak that I left on the floor, but she wants the squeaky ones.
The loudest ones.
Oh well. The first question that we got a lot is, how did y'all meet? So do you want to answer that or me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we met from social media. We went to rival HBCUs. I went to Jackson State. She went to Alcorn. So we follow a lot of the same people. So somehow we ended up following each other. She slid on my DMs, and the rest is history. Now we're married. And that's just like the short version of it. We may do like another video just solely on how we met and how we got here today. But for now, that's just like the condensed version. The next one is, did y'all's relationship change after you got married?
No.
I don't think so. We've only been married for, this is almost 4 months. We've been dating for 2 years, but only married for 4 months. So we're new to the married game, but as far as our relationship change after marriage, I would say no. And that may be because we lived together before we got married. So we were already like acquainted with each other. So,
and I know a lot of people don't usually do that way, you know, live together before they get married. But I highly, highly recommend it.
I recommend
get to
it
know
as well.
That person's do's and don'ts, their buttons, their inner thoughts, their everything. Especially if you want to say I do to someone, you should definitely, I do recommend it, shacking up before you get married. So
same.
But yeah,
I recommend it as well.
Nothing changed. That's why I don't know if we're still in the honeymoon stage or what, but yeah, it's pretty the same, just more love, you know.
More love, for sure. This one's funny because our friend asked us this one. She said, do y'all periods sync since y'all always together? No. I don't know if that's like a common misconception, but honestly it's true because my friends, when we were roommates in college, our periods were in sync, but ours was in sync maybe one time.
And then like it got weird, so someone's at the beginning, someone's at the end of the month, and it's just really unbalanced like that. So
yeah, our periods are never synced.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, because baby, what's it called? My PMS is, I don't need both of us.
I think I probably got it worse than you.
Maybe.
As far as being a big baby.
Yeah. Another question is, what are your professions?
I work for the USDA, agriculture. If I told you my job, then you wouldn't understand it.
So she be telling me and I don't be understanding.
She still don't understand it. So
okay.
Yeah, I just work for the USDA in agriculture.
And I work in insurance and finance, but I got my bachelor's in healthcare administration, so I'm nowhere in the field where I got my degree in, but I work in insurance and finance. What is y'all skincare routine and how are y'all so rich? Disclaimer, we are not rich. I wish we were rich. And we're gonna get there one day. I'm speaking over our lives.
The skin.
You can tell yours is.
I don't really. I'm trying to build me a little regimen going on, skin routine going on, but now it's just the basics. What is that called? Cetaphil, something like that.
We use CeraVe together. That's what you're trying to get at.
But yeah, so I usually cleanse. We do that. What is that called? The hydro acid stuff.
Oh, the hydrogluronic, something like that.
Yeah, it's something. Then I put an oil on there. I use bio oil and moisturizer as well. Same brand, Cetaphil, whatever that is.
CeraVe.
CeraVe. I don't know what I'll be using, but it's good.
So, yeah.
It's not too harsh on my skin. So
yeah, so basically I use the same. We use the same thing. I use CeraVe morning and night. Then I use tea tree oil at night and Pond's moisturizer morning and night. And then the morning time I do put on sunscreen. And I try to get her to put on sunscreen, but she be forgetting.
It's in my moisturizer. And I think it is Cetaphil, for real. Like one of them is CeraVe and the other one is Cetaphil.
I don't know. She might use Cetaphil, I don't, so.
I use both.
Okay. So best tools for content creation. Honestly, I don't know because I'm new to the game. Like, and I don't even want to say I'm a 100% content creator because that's a stretch. But like, I don't really know. I honestly don't know the answer to that for the best tools for content creation. I know like Reels on Instagram is very popular now. So that's a great way to like reach people and to get your like content and like algorithm and all that.
What do you use to edit?
For me right now, because right now I'm just editing everything on my phone. So right now I'm just using iMovie, but I know once speaking of, like, I have a laptop, a MacBook.
Don't know where that's at.
And we packed it up, but I don't know where it is. So
on my toolbox.
So it's a box that we just don't know where it is right now. So once I find my MacBook, I'll do want to use Filmmaker Pro, but right now I'm just editing off iMovie. As far as like my thumbnails, I just use Canva and things like that. Like my little story post is all Canva, nothing major, I guess. As soon as I learn more, then I will be able to give more, but right now I really honestly don't know. Where to begin with branding and social media? That's another question I honestly don't know. I've always been like a YouTube junkie. Like I've watched YouTube for forever and I see what they do. So I don't want to say I mimic that, but as for me, I don't know because I'm just new to this, especially YouTube. Like this is only this will probably, when this goes up, this may be like our third or fourth video. So it's only my third air. I don't know.
It's only my third day out here. I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. Once I learn more, I would definitely tell more. Top 3 tips for keeping a happy spouse.
Top 3. Number 1, and I think we can agree on this.
Okay.
Communication.
For sure. I always say communication is key, but it's actually the comprehension. Like I can communicate with you all day long, but if you don't understand and comprehend what I'm saying, then what we communicating for? So I feel like communication and comprehension, or like understanding,
that's a good one, actually.
Is the top one.
Because you can talk upside someone's head all day, and if they're not understanding what you're speaking, what you're trying to communicate to them, then is dead. So definitely comprehension. So. Let's replace that. Comprehension. Can you put a little word right here?
Period. I can.
Comprehension. Number 2. You said a good one the other day when we were having this discussion about learning to love your partner the way that they want to be loved.
Oh yeah, like basically like love language. Like learning your partner's love language. Like we have 2 total. Well, how many love languages? 5. Ours are in way different orders. Like what's your top one?
Physical touch, baby.
Her top one is physical touch, where mine isn't. My top would be. What do you think my top is?
Quality? No, it wasn't quality time. It was something about the acts of service.
Yes.
Acts of
So
service.
acts of service is mine. So when we first got together, especially when we first moved in together, that was one of the main things we had to learn was to love each other in their love language. Like her love language is physical touch. Mine isn't. Well, mine is too, but mine is not at the top of my list. So I had to. Not just physical touch, like when people think of physical touch, they always think like sexually, but not even that. Just a simple, when we're driving and she's driving in the car and I reach over to hold her hand or reach over to rub her leg. Yeah. So it's just like she loves physical touch, whereas I'm cool with it. Like if we cuddle, well no, I like to cuddle. Let me not say that.
Yeah. You know my favorite though? Like when we shopping and like you put your hand on my head. I like in my back 5, all that.
So yeah, she likes physical touch, and me, I like active service. I like for her to not like gift wise, like I like for her to do things for me to make the load easier for me. Not like all the time, but she see that I'm doing something, or she knows that I like something a certain way, and then when I come in, she's done it, and I'm just like, whoa, like and I like to make the bed. So if I like walk out and then I come in, she's made the bed, I'm like, wow, like my heart just be jumping, because it's just one of my love languages. So I think a tip is to make sure you love someone in their love language, because if you try to love them the way you want to be loved, they're not getting what they need. So and that's just like a little bit of it. And then the third one would be working as a team. Like being married or in a relationship is like a partnership. Like you have to work together. Like I can't have all of the load, or she can't have all the load, whatever, however it goes. Like you have to work together and figure out what that balance is. What I do things that she can't do, and she does things that I can't do. So yeah, we
balance each other out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. My weak areas are your strong areas, and your weak areas are mine. So
yeah, so that is definitely our top three. So top three, working as a team.
Would that be compatibility? Compatibility?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So working as a team, loving each other in your partner's love language, and communication and comprehension are top three. How was your mental health? You can go first.
It's good. It's I'm living my dream right now. So literally on cloud 9. I'm married. I'm in my career. I just bought a new house, and mentally that I'm great. I couldn't be happier. So yeah. I mean, we all have our things we need to work out, but that just takes time and learning and loving yourself over time. So but definitely right now I'm good.
And I would say my mental health has always been, what's the word? Not a problem, but like it has been a struggle, I guess. I think a lot of people look at me and on the outside looking in, I have everything all together, and I really do. Like she said, we're married. Like I'm in the best relationship I've ever been. I'm very happy. We have a house. Like everything is good, but I do have like my own insecurities and my own like inner struggles that I have to face and I have to deal with. And right now I'm in a space where I'm really great. I mean, but that could change in the matter of a couple days. But it's just up to me to get over it and pull myself out of it. But I've been really great. Like I haven't had any like moments in a while. But when I do have moments, I have those moments. Like I have those moments. And but she's really great. Like she's always like right there 100%. Like
and that's
pulling me out
the
of it.
thing that you have to understand when you're in a relationship and your partner has those days, is you have to be that person that they can not necessarily rely on, but that they can, talk to.
And just lean on.
But yeah.
Like just basically be there.
Yeah.
Because, and I struggle with my mental health more than she does. So it was a learning process for her to how to deal when I did have those days, or when I do have those days, or weeks, honestly. Like she had to learn what I needed from her, and it was just like a learning process. And I haven't had a breakdown or like that in a long time, so that's good. But right now, today, like I'm great, not perfect, but I'm great, in a great mental space. So now we're gonna get into like our home questions. We had a few questions about like the home buying process. How has life been since moving into your new home?
It's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of work, literally hard labor.
It is.
It is something every day. I guess because we're brand new construction home, and we have to do. I've never had to put a set of blinds up ever. Putting blinds and putting floating shelves up, decorating, Just keep making sure the yard is cut. Like, I've never had to cut a yard, but guess who's gonna learn?
So I feel like, I think what I told one of my friends is different because we both, well, I came from living with my mom and then living in a dorm, then having my own apartment, then she had her own apartment, same thing, and then we had an apartment together. So it's always been like a landlord or somebody's doing things for us. And when I was living with my mom and she was with her mom, I didn't have to, if the toilet was broken,
No
like, that wasn't our responsibility. Like, sorry to our parents, but they were doing that, you know, those adult things when we were living with them. So now that we are the adults, we're learning how to do all of this stuff. And her mom and her stepdad are like yard people. My mom is a yard person. So one of them will have to come up here and get our yard together because, baby,
I work in ag, so I'll be out there planting. I really don't have a green zone at all. I kill everything.
So it's just a lot of learning and moving pieces that goes into a house, not just like the pretty decoration. Like, that's my favorite part of it, but that's the easiest part of it.
Yeah.
How are you prioritizing your home decorating, i.e. room to room or spending?
Girl, we started out, we can work at one room at a time, but now I think we're both on the same wave. If we see it back,
Yeah.
Because it will be gone that next day. A sale will come and go, and if you see a good deal, you better get on it. And
yeah, that's how we are. Because right now, specifically, we are working on our master bedroom. But when we went to Home Goods the other day, like, we bought stuff for the kitchen, the master bedroom, living room. We don't even have one thing. The biggest piece that we are waiting on right now is our couch. We ordered it, but y'all know how this delivery and back order and all that stuff is going. So it's not here yet. But so we're trying to wait till we get like the biggest piece of furniture to decorate around that. But we still like pick up just little pieces every now and then. The only room that we have not bought anything for that we're waiting to the last minute is the guest bedrooms, because
I mean, we want y'all to be,
I guess happy, but I mean, right now
that's highest priority.
Yeah.
At all. So,
were you affected by the increase in material prices while your house was being built? Definitely.
no.
Definitely.
We all started on a fence.
Yeah.
And so, because wood had spiked. Because we
Tremendously.
started on this house.
We started the process in January of 2021.
And we wrote in the contract that we wanted it fenced in, and definitely missed out on the whole fenced in backyard.
Because wood prices had went up tremendously because of like COVID and all that. And not even just like price of materials, but just back orders and things in general because of COVID. Like, one of the last things we were waiting on was our gas meter. And then somehow the week that it was supposed to be put in, the gas office people had to close because somebody got COVID and had a quarantine, which set us back 2 more weeks. So it was just like, we had back orders, price of materials going up, people catching COVID, a winter storm. I don't know, like if you're from the South, then you know, like around February, it was like a big winter storm. It was like the biggest I've ever seen. And we were still at our apartment then, but the house was being built. This house is being built, but our apartment, we didn't have any water, no lights, like it was bad. So when that happened, this right here, they put this on hold, and we didn't start building again until like the middle of March. So we had like a whole month of they did nothing to our house, which pushed our closing date further, which is a whole nother story for another day. How difficult was it buying a new construction home?
I think we lucked up.
Yeah.
Kinda, but that's another story. Kinda, but we looked up as far as the lot we picked, the timing of it, because just like the last question, prices. People were overbidding for homes.
Yeah.
It was just mayhem, but we definitely lucked up on the price on our home, the spot of our home.
I got chill.
And
It got cold in here. Oh.
Okay. So basically, have good credit, have a good savings, you know, whether that's investments, personal savings, 401k,
whatever. Just have money, basically.
Yeah. But
as far as like our process, for like the lender, the loan side, it was a breeze for us. For our lender, your credit score had to be a 640 and above. We were well past that. So we didn't have to worry about credit or anything.
But when you do
it.
Get into the home buying process, make sure you test, do a trial run on your realtor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Pick a great realtor.
Because I think we went with like the first person. Well, probably like the second person.
No, that was the first.
The first person, and which is not recommended at all, unless you just you know
them, you know their work.
Yeah.
And the person we chose, we had no clue who she was, at all. And me personally, I feel like your realtor is like your liaison. What they are is your liaison between you and then the builder or the builder's realtor. And we didn't have a great experience. Let us just say that.
Yeah.
We didn't have a great experience. So make sure when you have that first initial meeting with your realtor, make sure she knows what you want and what you will allow. So yeah, we can definitely go deeper into that, like just our home buying process as a whole, and like our realtor and whatever. The builder. Our main issue with our process was communication. The communication was horrible between the things that we wanted and were concerned about, and making sure the builder knew that. Like, it was just a whole big miscommunication type of thing throughout the entire process. Like I said, if y'all want like a more in-depth type of video on just like the home buying process in general, then we'll definitely do that.
It's definitely not for the weak. You're gonna learn and gain some patience, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. New build versus previously owned, what weighed in on your decisions? So I would say that we started off looking at previously owned homes, but they were so like outdated, and we're going to need renovations. Like, every house we went into, we did not like it. One of our things, we wanted an open kitchen concept, and none of those houses had it, which wasn't a deal breaker, but it's still, the houses that we did look at, just we're going to need renovations like off top. Like, it wasn't what we're looking for. And so then when we learned about these new homes that were being built. We got on it, and we didn't really get to pick the layout of the house, but we got to pick what we wanted on the inside, as far as lights, the color of the walls, the countertops, hardware, what else?
Color of the floor?
Yeah, floor, how we wanted our fireplace. So we got to choose all of that. So it was just like, and the price difference wasn't that much.
No, it wasn't bad.
From a previously owned and a new construction for us. In the market, like I said, we did choose our lot at a great price, and when the market was a little lower. Now, like, they're building houses behind us, and they've gone up 5 times than what we paid for ours. Yeah. So because the market is just increasing, and we just really did get in at a great time.
Yeah, it's a new subdivision. So.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, we didn't really get to choose the layout, and we didn't get to choose the brick. So we're in one of these subdivisions where all the brick of the houses look the same. The houses are different because some people have 3 bedrooms, some people have 4 bedroom, and blah blah blah.
Some people have a mud room, some people don't. Some people have dining rooms, others don't.
Yeah, so our layouts are different, but like everybody's brick is the same. But we got to choose like our garage door color, our front door color, shutter color. So everybody's houses over here is different, but everybody's brick is the same.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing this?
I did.
Why did I do that last? Okay.
So that is it, guys, for our Q&A. If you have any more questions, or you think of anything that you would like to know about us, as far as our life in general, our home buying process, whatever it is, just leave your questions in the comments below, or just DM me on Instagram at the Tone Aura. However you want to ask a question, we will definitely do a part 2 if that is something you all want. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Okay.
And that is
like it up. Let's go.
Peace.